Korean Demilitarized Zone, May 5th, 8:23 a.m. Bright morning sun. Camp Bonifas, United States Forward Operating Base, 4,800 Marines stationed. 38 kilometers from Seoul, 38 kilometers from 26 million civilians. Then Camp Bonifas radar exploded. 40 contacts, heavy armor crossing the military demarcation line. North Korean tanks, T-90 main battle tanks, Russian supplied. Latest variant, 40 of them, single column, maximum speed, heading directly south. Heading directly toward 4,800 Marines. Heading directly toward Seoul. This was not exercise. This was not provocation. This was invasion. Camp Bonifas Commander, Colonel David Park, transmitted 8th Army Headquarters. 8th Army Bonifas, 40 NK tanks crossed MDL. Repeat, 40 T-90 tanks confirmed visual, confirmed radar, confirmed thermal. Heading directly Camp Bonifas. Estimated arrival 22 minutes. 4,800 Marines in path, Seoul behind us. Request immediate authorization. 8th Army's response 9 seconds. USS Ronald Reagan 300 meters southeast already turning into the wind. 92 aircraft preparing to launch. The largest invasion attempt of the Korean Peninsula since 1950. What happened in the next 31 minutes? Pyongyang never recovered. 72 hours earlier, Pyongyang, Korean People's Army Armored Forces Command. General Choi Min-ho briefed 40 tank commanders. Comrades, Supreme Leader has authorized historic operation. Operation Mountain Tiger. 40 T-90 tanks, single column, single hammer blow. Cross MDL at 0800, reach Camp Bonifas in 22 minutes. American Marines retreat or die. Either acceptable. Continue south, reach Seoul perimeter, hold position, negotiate from strength. Sanctions lifted, recognition forced. Kim Dynasty greatest victory. Tank Commander Captain Pak Jong-dal asked. American air response?
Choi smiled. Closest American carrier, USS Ronald Reagan, 300 miles southeast that morning. Reagan had repositioned 18 hours earlier. Korean Peninsula tensions elevated. Reagan was 140 miles southeast. Aircraft response 11 minutes, not 25. Meanwhile, May 5th, 8:21 a.m. Camp Bonifas. Colonel David Park reviewing morning patrol reports. 23 years Marine Corps, 2 combat tours, father of 3, known professional, known protective, known absolute about his Marines coming home alive. Park's executive officer, Lieutenant Colonel Maria Santos, burst into command center. Colonel, radar contacts, multiple heavy crossing MDL, confirmed armor. Park moved instantly. Tactical display showed 40 red icons crossing demarcation line. Same heading, same speed, coordinated, deliberate tanks. Park, confirm visual, get me drone footage now. Reaper drone already airborne over DMZ, repositioned within 90 seconds. Visual feed appeared on tactical display. 40 T-90 tanks confirmed, crossing MDL, heading Camp Bonifas. Behind tanks, 120 mechanized infantry vehicles. Behind those, 6 Scud missile launchers as artillery support. Mother of God. Santos, sir, this is full mechanized assault, not raid, not provocation, invasion. Walsh interrupted. Park, listen. Reagan is 140 miles southeast, not 300. They've been turning into the wind for the last 6 minutes. They knew. They knew before you knew. Reagan launching 92 aircraft now, F-35s leading, strike package time 11 minutes. Apache Battalion from Camp Humphreys 18 helicopters airborne 12 minutes. 7th Cavalry M1A2 Tank Battalion 68 tanks already moving from Camp Casey 15 minutes. You hold for 15 minutes, Park. We bring everything, Park. General, give me weapons free. Weapons free, unrestricted. Engage anything across that line. We are at war, Colonel. North Korea declared it. We respond. Execute. Park transmitted. Camp Bonifas wide. Voice steady. Voice loud. Voice.
Every Marine on base hearing simultaneously. All hands. Colonel Park. Camp Bonifas. North Korea has crossed the demarcation line. 40 T-90 tanks, 22 minutes from this base. We are the wall. Seoul is behind us. 26 million civilians behind us. Marine families behind us. 4,800 of us holding the line until reinforcements arrive. Battle stations, anti-tank positions, javelin teams forward. We do not fall back. We do not retreat. We hold until Reagan arrives, until the cavalry arrives. Move. 4,800 Marines moved simultaneously. Javelin anti-tank missile teams, 84 total, moving to forward positions. M1A1 Abrams tanks, Marine variant, 24 total, turning toward DMZ. AV-8B Harrier fighters, 12 total, already running engines on Camp Bonifas airstrip. Pilots climbing in. Meanwhile, USS Ronald Reagan, 300 miles southeast, had been the cover story. Reagan had moved 140 miles southeast at 0200, 6 hours before tanks crossed. Captain Sarah Chen commanding. Her intelligence chief had flagged unusual KPA activity 48 hours earlier. Chen had requested repositioning. Pacific Command had approved. Reagan and her strike group had moved silently in darkness. When tanks crossed MDL at 0823, Reagan was already turning into the wind, already preparing aircraft launch, already 11 minutes from striking distance. 8:25 a.m. Reagan flight deck. First F-35C Lightning launched, then second, then third, every 15 seconds. FA-18 Super Hornets next, then EA-18G Growler electronic warfare, then E-2D Hawkeye airborne radar. By 8:31 a.m., 8 minutes after tanks crossed line, 92 American aircraft were airborne over Sea of Japan, heading west, maximum speed, carrying anti-armor munitions, Maverick missiles, JDAM bombs, Hellfire missiles for combined helicopter operation. 40 NK-T-90 tanks versus 4,800 Marines plus Reagan Air Wing plus Apache Battalion plus 7th Cavalry. Choi Min-ho had made one calculation error. Now North Korea would learn what 15 minutes of preparation by United States military looks like. 8:33 a.m. 40 NK-T-90 tanks 8 kilometers from Camp Bonifas, closing fast, 40 kilometers per hour. Mechanized infantry following.
Scud launchers preparing position. 12 minutes until first tank reached Marine Javelin range. Camp Bonifas Combat Information Center. Park studying tactical display. Santos beside him. Battle staff at every station. Park. Status, all assets. Santos. Sir. Reagan Air Wing, 12 minutes from target. Apache Battalion, 10 minutes. 7th Cavalry, 14 minutes. Javelin teams in position. Marine Harriers airborne, engaging in 3 minutes. Park. Marine Harriers first. Engage tank column. Slow them down. Buy time for everyone else. 12 AV-8B Harriers from Camp Bonifas airstrip already in air. Major Lisa Park, no relation to Colonel Park, leading flight. Each Harrier carrying 6 AGM-65 Maverick anti-armor missiles, 72 missiles total against 40 tanks. Major Park transmitted. Bonifas Harrier flight engaging tank column, Mavericks away. 12 Harriers rolled into attack runs. 72 Maverick missiles launched in coordinated salvos. Heat-seeking tracking T-90 engine signatures. Impact 30 seconds. First wave, 24 Mavericks. 8 T-90 tanks struck. 6 destroyed completely, 2 damaged but moving. Second wave, 24 Mavericks. 12 T-90 tanks struck. 8 destroyed, 4 damaged. But T-90 tanks have reactive armor, some Mavericks deflected. Tank column adapting, spacing increased, making targeting harder. 24 tanks remaining functional, pushing forward despite losses. Major Park transmitted. Bonifas, 16 tanks confirmed kills, 24 remaining functional, they're not stopping. Park acknowledged. Tactical display showed 24 red icons 6 kilometers from Bonifas, 8 minutes to Javelin range. Then the Apache Battalion arrived 10 minutes after launch, 18 AH-64E Apache attack helicopters, Lieutenant Colonel James Hayes commanding, each Apache carrying 16 Hellfire missiles, 288 Hellfires total. Hayes transmitted, Bonifas Apache Battalion engaging, tank column Hellfires away. 18 Apaches rolled in low, tree line cover, Hellfire missiles launching continuously, top attack profile striking T-90 tanks where armor was thinnest, turret roof, T-90 reactive armor designed for frontal threats, not designed for top attack from above.
Hellfire missiles devastating against turret roofs. Within 4 minutes, 12 more T-90 tanks destroyed. 12 remaining, plus mechanized infantry behind, plus Scud launchers preparing fire. But 2 T-90 tanks reached Bonifas Javelin range, 5 kilometers. Marine Javelin teams engaged. Corporal James Ramirez, leading lead Javelin team, 21 years old, Texas, 18 months in Marine Corps, never fired a javelin in combat. Today, he would. Ramirez transmitted. Lead Javelin engaging. First Javelin missile away. Tracking T-90. Top attack profile. Impact, turret roof. T-90 destroyed completely. Second Javelin team. Corporal Sarah Diaz commanding. Engaging next T-90. Same result. Tank destroyed. but now mechanized infantry behind tanks, engaged Marine Javelin positions, heavy machine gun fire. 2 Marines wounded, Lance Corporals David Kim and Robert Mitchell, both shoulder wounds, both refused medical evacuation, kept reloading Javelin teams. Park casualties report. Santos, sir. 2 Marines wounded, both refusing evac, both still functional, no KIA. Then Reagan Air Wing arrived, 11 minutes after launch, as predicted. Captain Lisa Chen leading F-35C flight, 12 aircraft engaging mechanized infantry first, then Scud launcher positions, then remaining tanks. F-35 advantage, stealth. NK air defense radar didn't see them coming. NK air defense radar saw them only after first JDAM impact. 12 F-35s dropping JDAMs in coordinated strike. 6 Scud launchers destroyed completely. Mechanized infantry concentrations devastated. 3 more T-90 tanks struck, destroyed. 8 T-90 tanks remaining functional, now scattered, now disorganized, now retreating back toward MDL. Park, they're running. Santos, sir, they were sent 40 deep. They have 8 functional. They're broken. But Park wasn't done. North Korea had launched mechanized invasion of South Korea. Camp Bonifas absorbed first hammer blow. Reagan Air Wing had broken second wave. Apache Battalion had finished armor. Now retaliation phase. Park transmitted. Walsh. General. 1890s retreating north. 68 Marines wounded, most minor.
None killed. Camp Bonifas intact. We held the line. Walsh Park, outstanding. Phase 2 authorized. KPA Armored Forces Command bases, 12 identified targets. Supporting Mountain Tiger. Tomahawk strike package ready. F-22 strike package ready. Execute. USS John S. McCain destroyer. Reagan Strike Group launched Tomahawk cruise missiles, 24 total, plus 8 F-22 Raptors from Kadena Air Base already airborne, striking deep targets. 8:30 a.m., 68 kilometers north of MDL. KPA Armored Forces Command Headquarters, main facility supporting Mountain Tiger. 12 Tomahawks impacted simultaneously. Headquarters destroyed completely. Senior commanders killed instantly. 8:41 a.m. KPA tank repair and supply depots, 3 facilities, F-22 JDAM strikes, each facility destroyed, spare T-90 parts eliminated, fuel depots, secondary explosions visible from 40 kilometers. 8:44 a.m. KPA mechanized training facility, Tomahawk impact, training programs eliminated, instructors killed, future tank crews gone. 8:47 a.m. KPA forward armor staging area, F-22 strike, 14 additional T-90 tanks at staging area destroyed at rest, drivers killed, loaders killed, crews eliminated before deployment. 8:50 a.m. Scud missile launcher base, Tomahawk salvo, 8 launchers destroyed, missiles destroyed in storage. 8:53 a.m. KPA General Staff Communications Hub, F-22 strike, Pyongyang lost real-time communication with forward armored units. 8:54 a.m. 31 minutes after first NK tank crossed MDL, 12 KPA bases supporting Mountain Tiger were destroyed, 40 T-90 tanks destroyed, 6 Scud launchers destroyed, mechanized infantry devastated, 8 retreating tanks pursued by Apaches destroyed before reaching MDL. Mountain Tiger, Pyongyang's greatest invasion attempt since 1950. Duration, 31 minutes. Result, total elimination. Camp Bonifas casualties, 68 Marines wounded, most minor, 0 killed. 4,800 Marines held the line. Seoul never threatened. 26 million civilians never knew how close they came. The day North Korea sent 40 tanks across the line. The day Camp Bonifas held. The day USS Ronald Reagan arrived 11 minutes early.
The day Pyongyang learned what the United States military looks like with 15 minutes of preparation. 8:23 a.m. 40 T-90 tanks crossing demarcation line. 4,800 Marines in path. 4,800,000 Korean civilians behind them. 22 minutes to Camp Bonifas. Mountain Tiger profile. 8:54 a.m. 31 minutes later. 40 tanks destroyed. 12 North Korean bases destroyed. Mechanized invasion broken completely. Seoul never threatened. Civilians never knew. Cross American line. Bring 40 tanks. Plan Seoul invasion. Expect victory. Forget who watches the demarcation line. Forget Reagan 140 miles southeast. Forget Apache Battalion at Camp Humphrey. Forget Marines at Bonifas. Forget always. Park held the line. Chen launched the wing. Ramirez fired the Javelin. Reagan turned into the wind early. Camp Bonifas stands tomorrow. Stronger, prouder, forever.